Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhinah, Sarve Santu Niramaya, Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu, Ma Kaschid Dukhamapnuyat. Om Shantihi, Shantihi, Shantihi. Lord, let all be happy, let all be healthy, let all attain goodness, let none get misery. Om peace, peace, peace. Dear friends, I am extremely happy to be MSU online on this webinar. I would like to, at the outset, I would like to congratulate the organizers, SWA, for organizing this very important webinar on a very important topic, which is mental health. Because what do we find all over the world? That it is becoming an in topic, a very hot topic, and it is increasing day by day. National Institute of Mental Health, USA, says almost no family is free from some form of mental disorder. 1/4 of all citizens of USA suffer from some form of mental stress. Chicago-based Research Corporation says 40% of the companies in America are having regular courses on stress management. According to UNESCO, 1/7 of the youths are suffering from mental disorder. Psychic patients increasing all over the world. Books on suicides are coming out, many books. Derek Humphreys brought out a book, The Final Exit, and the book was sold. It became a bestseller. What is given there? How to commit suicide. In Japan, the bestseller book name is The Complete Manual on Committing Suicide. 3.5 lakhs copies sold within 1 year. And some people committed suicide, taking the book in their hand and suicide and committing suicide in the manner in which it was told. France, Suicide Users Manual. That is the bestseller book of France. So what do we find? And according to UNESCO, many youths from developed countries are suffering from drug addiction and mental disorder. They are becoming psychic patients. In fact, people are now in search of happiness. Depression is now going to be the biggest killer very soon for the humanity, and it is spreading like an epidemic, and maybe afterwards a pandemic, maybe more well spread than even coronavirus, COVID-19. In time to come, it may happen, because the way it is increasing everywhere, all countries, whether developed or developing countries, everywhere it is spreading. This depression is spreading. Mental health is becoming a very big issue, very important issue. Happiness industry is the 5th largest industry in the world. People want happiness. That is why the 5th largest industry in the world is happiness. Bhutan has shown the way, and they have told GDP is not the yardstick, but GNH, not GDP, but GNH, gross national happiness, should be the criteria by which to judge the country's happiness, country's welfare, and country's success. And in some countries, they have started Ministry of Happiness. Even in India, in one state, they have started Ministry of Happiness. They have given the name Anandam. In UK, they have started the Ministry of Loneliness. It's a big issue, loneliness. And this depression is coming from various factors: loneliness, breakup of relationships, affluenza, consumerism, so many reasons and unthought of reasons. And people are just miserable. Their only goal is happiness in life. And the only problem is that they are not getting it. There is no peace in their mind. So all are in search of happiness, all are in search of peace. Everybody under tension. Even children are under tension. Old people are under tension, we can understand, because of the generation gap, and they are being given, they are being admitted into the old age home. So we can understand. Even children, small children, they are undergoing tension. They are under stress. I asked a small girl, "How are you?" She said, "I'm under tension." Huh? Such a small girl under tension? She said, "Swamiji, I'm in senior KG. Last time I was in junior KG, I got first class first. Now my mom has told this time also you must become first class first. So I'm under terrible tension." And this is what is happening. So much of competition, so much of pressure of studies. I'm giving a concrete example. When I was in Porbandar, one devotee was there, was a formerly an engineer in the government, and after retirement he gave his services. And he used to give at that time his honorary services. One day he said, "Swamiji, I will have to go to Rajkot. There is emergency. My granddaughter is not well." I said, no, you must go. Then afterwards, I learned the whole story, that the granddaughter was sick, and they underwent all, and she was having fever. And so, but no diagnosis was possible. Everything they did is negative, negative, negative. Then why the fever has come, they could not know. Finally, they took her to a psychiatrist. And the psychiatrist said, "I would like to talk to her alone, separately." So the parents went out. Then she was with the psychologist. And the psychologist said, "Please let me know what exactly has happened with you." So she was hesitant. Then the psychologist just gave a big slap. "If you don't speak the truth, I will give you another slap." Then she broke down. Then she said, the matter was this, that one day she had not done her homework. So next day she has to go to the school. See, if she has to go to the school, then the teacher would scold her. It will take her to task. So she was thinking whether to go to the school or not. At the same time, if she goes to school, the teacher will write some bad remark, and then when she comes back, the mom will give a slap. Now, whether she had to get slapped from the teacher or from the mom, which is better or which is worse? In this tension, she developed fever. Then the psychologist called the parents. She does not need counseling, you need counseling. Why you are creating such a terror in her mind? If she has not done homework for one day, you should not create so much of tension in such small children. That time she was in 6th standard, but now, of course, she is married and she is happy. But these are all so many cases. You can find out for some silly reasons they are under tension. They are for silly reasons. They are full of tension. So what to talk of very big problems? Even small reasons give them tension. So everywhere it is tension, stress everywhere. That is why it's very necessary that this webinar is very timely. And what I would confine myself is to the spiritual, how spirituality can help in overcoming this depression and bringing up this mental health. And this mental health, physical health they are all interdependent. They are not separate. Now the modern science has told most of the diseases, our doctor is there to say, to confirm, most of the diseases are psychosomatic in nature. So they are interdependent. Physical, mental illness, they are interdependent. And that is what is coming out. So how the spiritual methods? Number one, first of all, there's so many number of suicides increasing, psychic patient increasing. What is the reason? Reason is that our mental health is very, very poor. Why it is poor? Because of lack of psychic nutrition. We are very much alert about our physical nutrition. When we go out and we are not in a home, Even then we take some food. Otherwise, without nutrition, our body will become weak. Even if the food is not proper, we take that food. Why? Because we must have some physical nutrition. Otherwise, the body will not work. But are we alert about the psychic nutrition? Mahatma Gandhi said, prayer is the food of my mind. Our psychic nutrition means prayer, meditation, inspirational reading, positive thinking. For days together, we don't go for these spiritual exercises. What happens? The mind becomes so weak, so brittle. Just a small problem and suicide. Why? It has become very weak. For days together, you are not given any food, any spiritual food, mental food, prayer, meditation, positive thoughts, nothing. Why? No time, no time, no time. If you tell them, please read us some books. No time. Please meditate, no time. No time, no time, no time. And suddenly, one problem comes, and problems will come. Swami Vivekananda was asked this question by Maharaja Khetri, Ajit Singh ji. Swamiji, what is life? Swamiji said, my dear prince, life is nothing but the unfoldment of a being under the circumstances trying to press it down. The circumstances will be trying to press you down. So life is a struggle. Problems will come, but you have to face the problems. So what is mental health? Mental health is not that you will not have problems. Remember, mental health does not mean that you don't have problem and you are happy all the time. You are enjoying. No. Problems will come. Your mental health will be measured by how do you counteract the problems of life. With what strength, mental strength, you counteract the problems. How you face these problems. How you face this tension or this stress. How do you manage your stress? That will decide the mental health. And at present, most of the people have got very poor mental health. And that is why they are suffering. So we will try to find out how spirituality can help in having better mental health. So many researches have been done and they have found out that this body-mind relationship also they have found out. They have found out between happiness and the mental happiness and the spiritual well-being and as well as psychological well-being. Dr. Herbert Benson, Associate Professor of Harvard Medical School, he made research for 25 years and then he wrote a book. The name of the book is The Relaxation Response, in which he said, if somebody meditates regularly, then the blood pressure goes down and he feels tranquility and he gets peace of mind and he can overcome his tension. Dr. Deepak Chopra's books are there, The Perfect Health, The Ageless Body and the Timeless Mind, The Quantum Healing. All these books, they say that if you have meditation and proper way of life, positive thinking, then you can counteract most of your physical and mental problems. Dr. Dean Ornish has written a book, Reversing the Heart Disease. How can you bypass the bypass surgery? By meditation and diet control. Japanese neuropsychiatrists Kasumatsu and Hirai, they made an experiment on Zen monks. The Buddhist monks were meditating and they put EEG machine on their head and they started observing the graph. They found in the beginning there were waves of alpha waves 10 to 12 cycles per second. Then afterwards, when the meditation deepened, they found 8 to 10 cycles per second of theta wave, of alpha waves. And further when it deepened, then they found 6 to 7 cycles per second of theta waves. And theta waves, it denotes tranquility. So it is proved that by meditation, you get tranquility. Your mind becomes calm and you can counteract your mental tension or your stress level is decreased by meditation. So likewise, many experiments are being done. How by meditation and yoga, you are able to counteract your psychological problems. Psychologist Gray Jacob of the Mind Body Medical Institute, he has documented dramatic brain waves changes, the onset of tranquil waves after 5 minutes of relaxation technique. And National Institute of Health panel decreed that relaxation therapies are effective in treating chronic pain. So there are certain scientific experiments that have been done, how the science helps, how the meditation helps in bringing calmness, tranquility, and thereby decreasing the tension, thereby decreasing the stress. And now the latest discovery of the modern science is SQ. Dana Zohar, she is a professor in Oxford University. She has written a book. The name of the book is SQ, Spiritual Intelligence, the Ultimate Intelligence, where she says neurologically, physiologically, biologically, psychologically, from every point of view, there is a concluding evidence. There is something called SQ, which is the basis of both IQ and EQ. What is IQ? IQ will tell you how to play the game of life, intelligence quotient. What is EQ? Emotional quotient. Daniel Goleman made a research in 1991 and said EQ is more important than IQ. What is EQ? EQ will tell you how to play the game of life under changed circumstances with changed strategies. And what is SQ? SQ will tell you why to play the game of life. What is the purpose of life? Why we have come to this earth? What is the ultimate aim of life? Now just imagine if there is traffic jam. What is the solution? Solution is that you fly. If you fly, there is no problem. That is, go higher altitude. So SQ, developing SQ is like going higher in the altitude. When all these problems become very, very small, they may be very big problems. But when your consciousness is at a higher level, all these problems will become very tiny problems. So that is another solution, developing SQ, spiritual intelligence. So how to develop SQ? That is the question. So Swami Vivekananda gave a beautiful reply. And he said there are 4 methods of developing this SQ. Each soul is potentially divine. The goal of human life is to manifest this divinity within by controlling nature external and internal. Do this either by work or worship or psychic control or philosophy, by one or more or all of these, and be free. This is the whole of religion. Doctrines, dogmas, rituals, temples, churches, mosques are but secondary details. So the gist of whole of Vedanta has been given by him in the book Raj Yoga, that there are 4 methods of developing this SQ, manifesting the divinity and going towards infinite happiness, infinite bliss, infinite knowledge, and ultimately going beyond time, space, and causation, which is the purpose of life. So these are the 4 methods: Raj Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, Jnana Yoga, Karma Yoga. What is Raj Yoga? Raj Yoga is based on Patanjali's Yoga Sutras, consists of 8 limbs. It is called Ashtang Yoga also. Yama, Niyama, Asana, Pranayam, Pratyahar, Dharana, Dhyan, Samadhi. Yama are 5: Satya, Asteya, Brahmacharya, Aparigraha, Ahimsa. And Niyam are also 5: Shauch, Santosh, Tap, Swadhyaya, Ishwar Pranidhan. So Yam, Niyam, Asana, Pranayam, Pratyahar, Dharana, Dhyan, Samadhi, that is following the moral principles and meditation every day. That is the path of Raj Yoga that will lead you to the ultimate reality, and in everyday life that will help you to overcome your stress level, to overcome tension, and to get mental health. Second method is Bhakti Yoga. That is prayer, loving the God, worship, and all those methods. So that is Bhakti Yoga. Third is Jnana Yoga. That is knowing my true nature. Who am I? Am I the body? No. Am I the mind? No. Am I the intellect? No. Who am I? I am beyond all this. Chidananda Rupa Shivoham Shivam. trying to know my own reality, my true nature. That is Gyan Yoga. And at the same time, for daily life, what we can do is we can have some inspirational reading, spiritual reading every day. That will give us positive thoughts. That will give us the path of knowledge. And that will give us the courage to face the problems squarely. Fourth method is Karma Yoga, unselfish service. So if we can follow, if we can practice these 4 yogas in our daily life, gradually what will happen, we'll be going towards the ultimate reality. In the process, every day, we'll be able to get back our mental health because that nutrition will be there. Psychic nutrition in the form of meditation, in the form of prayer, in the form of inspirational reading, in the form of unselfish service. When this psychic nutrition will be there, we'll be able to have better mental health by these regular spiritual practices. So sometimes we give the formula 5-5-5, 5-5-5. 5 minutes prayer, 5 minutes of meditation, 5 minutes of inspirational reading in the morning, and 5 minutes of prayer, 5 minutes of meditation, 5 minutes of inspirational reading at the evening, and whole day trying to do work in an unselfish way with the spirit of detachment, in the spirit of worship. If we can do this, then gradually we will be able to develop SQ, and we will be able to go beyond time, space, and causation and transcend all the bondages and get infinite happiness, bliss, and knowledge, which is the basic purpose of every human being, which is the birthright of every human being. So Albert Einstein says in his book, The World as I See It, the true value of a human being is determined primarily by the measure and the sense in which he has attained to liberation from the self. And Lincoln Barnett in his book says, the universe and Dr. Einstein, man has a unique capacity of transcending himself and perceiving himself in the act of perception. So that is why Neil Bohr says, man is an actor and spectator in this great drama of life simultaneously. So this transcendence, going beyond time, space, and causation, is the goal of life. And how to achieve that, how to develop that SQ, how to get the meaning of life, how to get the purpose of life, by practicing the 4 yogas in daily life. What will happen when we are practicing 4 yogas, we will have automatically psychic nutrition, and our mental health will be better, and we'll be able to face the problems of life squarely, and we will be able to overcome our tension, or be able to manage our stress in a better way. That is how the spirituality helps in having mental health, in maintaining mental health, and bringing a mental health if it has gone wrong. Both ways it will work. If we practice, if we have spiritual discipline in the form of prayer, meditation, spiritual reading, inspirational reading, positive thoughts, what will happen? Even if supposing some mental element has come, even if our mind is full of tension, even then we will be able to counter that. Not only that, if we are practicing these 4 methods, then our mental health will be always better because of the psychic nutrition we are receiving every day. So I'm very happy to talk to you. I have just given the gist of the whole thing, how spirituality and this mental health is so much deeply connected, and I'm very happy. I'm thankful to the organizer for keeping this beautiful topic for me, that is mental health and spirituality, which is a dire need of the world today. Thank you very much.